Let's take a look at some of the largest employers in the state of Utah. Chances are that if you work in the state of Utah, you'll work for one of these employers. The very largest employer in the state of Utah is the University of Utah, and that includes the hospital. It looks like there are more than 20,000 employees. Related to healthcare is a company called Intermountain Healthcare, and they are also a major employer in the state of Utah. I like to say that if you work in the state of Utah, you will either work for the government, and the government employs over 20,000 employees. You'll work for education, and that's all your major universities, both public and private, as well as your public schools. So we're looking at Brigham Young University, as well as Alpine School District, the largest school district in the state, Davis County Schools, Utah State University, Granite School District, as well as Jordan School District. In addition to that, you would see that there are a lot of grocery stores that would be major employers, and the other large industry in the state of Utah are dietary supplements and essential oils. So if you look at where we have our largest employers, that's something to consider. Also, you've heard a lot about Silicon Slopes, and so you are seeing this technology sector continue to expand. And in this particular area, you're looking at companies like, well, formerly Omniture, which is now Adobe. And then you have companies like Qualtrics, which is experience management, and several other up-and-coming technology companies, Pluralsight, Instructure. All of these are large employers in the state, in the region. That summarizes really the employment situation in the state of Utah. Once again, if you stay in Utah, statistically speaking, you would work for the government, work in education, work in healthcare, work for a grocery store, a department store. You would also likely work for the military. I think I mentioned public schools, as well as personal care products. A major employer is actually the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Through its private companies or for-profit companies, they are actually, statistically speaking, one of the largest employers in the state. Well, if you'd like to learn more about what's happening in the state of Utah, I recommend that you look at some of the data that is available through Workforce Services. Now, in addition to what we've talked about, some of these employers here, you need to understand that there are other large employers in the state of Utah, such as restaurant companies like Cafe Rio, banking companies like Zions Bank, Mountain America Credit Union, America First. So a lot of banking, financial services are also a big deal. And other than that, I would just continue to explore and see all the possibilities of what you can do to stay in Utah and work for a Utah-based company.